Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to USS Deadlock Summer Split. We are here with game two with Glasgow Grizzlies and the Friends Club. Glasgow were here last week. They had a heartbreaking loss to Thick Thighs Swap Mommy. Goated name. Very, very, very close games. I think we're going to see redemption from this team. They looked hungry for their win and they are looking strong. I believe we have a couple of roster switches. Have given me their names. Will and I can't pronounce that name. RPHAL, as in the Ninja Turtle. I don't really know. Are not here today, so we have some subs tonight. Looking forward to this game. Really hoping the most for Team Glasgow Grizzlies here. However, let's not write off the Friends Club. I think this should be a great game, as we've been seeing. They might be here. If they were, they will tell. Okay. We don't know where they are. Just waiting on James. There was one big change we didn't get to talk about yet, and it was a certain vampire yesterday that got changed. But I think we need to address the elephant in the room. Tell me about him.
Yeah, we've seen a couple big changes coming out of Drifter as of yesterday's Deadlock patch. Looks like his bullet damage per level got nerfed pretty significantly. We saw adjustments to his tier 3 upgrade on his blood scent. Stalker's mark got hit by a pretty significant cooldown change, about 5 seconds. And his tier 3 mark, his bleed got reduced, hit by what looks to be nearly a 25% damage nerf on his bleed. So big changes coming out of the Drifter. We did not see him last match. Honestly, I was pretty surprised that we did not see Drifter. Maybe we'll see him this match. Who knows?
I'm shocked we didn't see him. We also didn't see Rem, the little guy. He I think he's napping, which was surprising because that character's crazy. I don't really know why he didn't show up. Possible we just didn't have a confident Rem player, but that character on a macro level is so strong. So I'm wondering if we see either of those two pop up here.
Absolutely. I think Rim is in contention for one of the strongest supports in the game right now. The fact that just having a Rim on the enemy team means you have to worry so much more about all the neutral farm. It means that Rim is definitely a force to contend with. Even if some people may not think he's directly strong in combat, but he has a lot of strong healing, and he's very oppressive when it comes to controlling the macro on the map. So Rim's a very strong character when it comes to those aspects of both the macro and the micro in Deadlock. So no surprise that Rim is a very strong pick right
now. I will say, as for that last ban, I believe from Team Warwick, Graves is an interesting ban to see. I was shocked to see her. I wasn't shocked to see her like interact like we see her in the draft at all, because the buffs she got were not small. Like, it's nothing to write off. That character struggling a little bit after her dominant like a month or two she had there. Fell off a little bit, but these are nothing to write off about. How do you feel about Graves right now?
Graves is a very interesting character in particular. I think Graves specifically is a kind of character that we will only ever see picked at high levels of play if she is overtuned and her numbers are too high in general. I think Graves specifically has a lot of systemic problems with her character kit that make it so that she is not a very popular character, especially at high levels of play. Graves definitely has her strengths, can be very oppressive at the macro level with her Graves. Ironically enough, all of her ghouls coming out can make it very easy to split push lanes. However, Graves definitely struggles from only having 2 stamina, so her mobility options are not all that great. Additionally, very short range character, high reload speed, takes a very long time to reload on that character. So once you run out of bullets in your magazine, you're looking at a long time before her damage comes back up again. Additionally, her spirit damage can be very easy to deny, with it being from her skulls. Very easy to just shoot out of the air. Sometimes the AI on them is just not very good, prioritizes the wrong targets, unfortunately. That's how it goes sometimes. Graves can be a very difficult character. It can be very frustrating to both lane into, lane against, play as, play against. So if you want my honest opinion, I don't think we'll see Graves very often, but it wouldn't surprise me if we saw a pick or two just to see people bring out the Graves, see how it functions now that she's been buffed multiple times. But I don't think she's going to be a very high priority unless there's going to be a team with a dedicated Graves player.
That's a good show. That's a good show. I like my summoners. I think the character's super cool, but I think you hit the nail on the head. Speaking of, I think we still need to talk about. Oh, never mind. I think Glasgow are ready. I believe we're gonna get to our first ban, and there he is. I was gonna talk about him.
Yep,
Shiv.
no surprise there.
I don't feel like there's much to talk about with this character, even though he was nerfed. I mean, like, was he? Like, this character does. What is he? He doesn't do anything he doesn't want to do. He kills you. He doesn't die. Like, come on, this character cannot die.
Shiv with just a little bit of farm and a couple green items can absolutely dictate the pace of the game, so it's no surprise that Glasgow Grizzlies opted to ban for a Shiv early. That character is so hard to deal with, especially if he gets a lead.
Paradox. That's a weird ban. I mean,
Definitely
strong
a weird
character.
ban.
Strong character. Like that. Let's make that clear. She is great. Good spirit. Good mixed damage. Pretty good carry into the late game. I wouldn't say she's like super ban terrible. Maybe you're. It could be possible you're looking at like maybe a little bit of a more vulnerable, M1 Kiri character, or maybe a character that doesn't want to get swapped. It's a weird thing. Pocket coming through though.
Yep, no
Team
surprise
Glasgow.
on a Pocket pick there. Pocket, very strong character right now. The fact that you can just press one button in the middle of a team fight and all of a sudden 5 people can't heal makes Pocket a very strong character. No surprise that we're seeing Pocket prioritized very early in these picks. No surprise at all. Honestly, I'm surprised that he even got through. I suspected that Pocket would probably be first ban material.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that they banned the Shiv, but, running it with a I mean, I don't know. They might just not want to deal with it. That character, yeah, makes sense. Lash! The Lash, baby! Team Friends Club whipping out the Lash here. I love this character. I love this character conceptually. I love this character kit. This character's awesome. I think we saw a little bit there where we were playing a bit of gun Lash because he was in a weird spot, but then we tweaked him just a little bit and he's right back to building spirit. And you know what? I've been sleeping on it, but that flog in lane, that thing hurts. That is a crazy thing to deal with.
Friends Club coming out with the Doorman pick. No surprise there. Doorman, very strong character. You can play him as both primarily spirit damage. You can play him as a support. That character does so many different things. The sheer fact that a Doorman exists means you need to be very careful about how you engage in these fights. Doorman is absolutely a menace. Ever since his rework on his ult, the fact that if you fail to check out, you get sent right back and he gets his ult 15 seconds later for another check-in to the Baroness. Very strong character. No surprise the Friends Club picks Doorman here.
Yamato, Glasgow Grizzlies. This character's interesting. So we did see her get buffed just a little bit last patch, but I don't think that was enough to make her slightly nerfed. I don't think that was enough to make her weak. This character struggled with, there's just a lot of good frontliners and assassin-esque kind of characters in the game. So she just kind of suffered from there's just better, but she's still great. This character does good damage, good CC. McGinnis
pick is very interesting here.
McGinnis
McGinnis pick into a Lash is surprising, to say the least. Very vulnerable character, especially if she gets hit by like a doorman cart or a lash ult, it's over for her. Makes sense if they are prioritizing a lane that has a lot of early aggression and pressure. Maybe the McGinnis pick makes more sense. We'll have to see how this draft shapes out.
Last pick into the first bit here with the Geists. Surprising. Geist, strong character. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, I'm still caught up on this McGinnis. That's maybe you have a deity. Glasgow Grizzlies got a deity on this McGinnis here. Kelvin ban from Team Friend.
Kelvin ban I actually think makes a lot of sense here, because if Glasgow Grizzlies picks Kelvin, that denies a lot of Friends Clubs engage. The simple fact that you could just Kelvin ult a lash ult and all of a sudden his ult is entirely useless. I mean, I think the Kelvin ban makes sense here. I think it's a great ban from Friends Club.
Billy coming out. Billy got nerfed just a little bit a couple of patches ago, but again, I think this character Billy ban just does enough. That's kind of the state we're in with Billy. The Shiv and the Billy ban being picked up by a Yamato makes sense. You want to get a little bit of those stronger front lines off the board so Yamato can shine just a little bit better. Good use of your bans, in my opinion, especially if you have certain people on your team.
Absolutely. And we see a Mo and Krill pick here. Very interesting. We haven't seen very much of Mo and Krill, but I don't hate the pick. I think Mo and Krill is a very... I think Mo and Krill is just a generally good frontliner. Very clear strengths, very clear weaknesses. I do like the Mo and Krill pick into McGinnis, especially if this McGinnis plans on building gun. The fact that Mo and Krill can just press his Sandblast and McGinnis's damage just gets shut down could make it a very strong pick for Friends Club here.
Venator as well for Team Glasgow Grizzlies. This character's strong. No, I don't think there's a whole lot to say about this character. Pretty high damage, high burst, which is very, very, very valuable for an M1 carry. I personally love watching Venators because you see those snipes come through, and Sinclair as well. Not surprising.
Sinclair pick here is absolutely huge. You get Lash ult, you get a Doorman ult, you get a Mo and Krill ult. Lots of high priority targets for Sinclair to pick up on. So no surprise that Glasgow Grizzlies picks up the Sinclair here.
Even a Geist ult. And they go with Cali as well, which, I mean, that's another great ult to steal, but Calico, that's a good shout. Great for running the urn. You get don't really care about the move speed penalty now, but also this character is so fast. Just blazing fast. Graves!
And we see the Graves pick.
There she is. We're just talking about her. Glad we talked about her. We're seeing the Graves. It looks like Team's Friends Club are looking to go for picks and scale.
And another Page pick.
Page. This is a cool draft. This is not quite
very
what I
interesting draft from both teams. Glasgow Grizzlies looking to have a very backline heavy team here. So I think how this match is going to go so far is it looks like they got a Moan, Krill, and Graves. So I think on right lane we're going to see a pretty high aggression coming from the Archmother here. Looks like they're paired up with a McGinnis and a Pocket. So maybe not. It might be a little bit hard for them to get some picks here in the early game, but we'll have to see how things shake out.
I think Team Glasgow Grizzlies on the Hidden King side here. I'm gonna say it. I think Friends Club might have a slightly better team comp. Like, you've got some crazy pick potential out of that team here.
Absolutely.
And I think that's gonna be so good.
It would not surprise me if we see a team wipe somewhere around the 10 to 12 minute mark. It would not shock me at all. Very scrappy lane here in the left lane here. We got Venator Page versus Lash Lady Geist. Looks like both teams here on the left lane are looking to take a fight early on. It looks like Doorman is skirmishing with Yamato here as well.
I think Mo and Krill and Graves together makes a lot of sense. Like, these two characters are kind of immobile, but they're really hard to dive. You have the Sandblast from Mo and Krill. You have the root off of Graves with the high. I think that's going to be a scary lane to watch. I think once they find their pick early, it's going to be pretty rough, especially into McGinnis. I don't know.
Absolutely. One bad wall for the Arc Mother could mean just a death outright, especially with the buffs to McGinnis wall. The fact that they can spawn turrets now means a lot for McGinnis's early lane pressure.
Lash, I think, looking for some big damage. Is he gonna find it? He does. Big damage onto Venator and the Page.
Looks like it, and it looks like we might see another death here in the right lane. Graves is very low currently. Is she able to get out under the grasp of McGinnis and Pocket?
So low. You're starting to see a little bit of Graves' weaknesses here, but I think they care way more about the split push in the mid game. Can she get a lead? Pocket going in. Good disarm. Stopping the dive onto his Graves. Keep her alive. She's so low. Is she going to live? And she's out of there.
And she escapes.
Is out of there.
Very good play by Moan, Krill, and Graves. See two characters here who very clearly cover for each other's weaknesses. That Sandblast in the early game for Graves is going to be very strong. Means she can't get poked out. It just might be enough to help Graves get through this early laning phase, which might be a little bit rough for her.
I'm going to say it. I think Team Arc Mother have a pretty cool comp. I'm not sure the strength of it. I think the Hidden King have gotten a little
And
bit...
they get the pick on
Yamato get
Yamato.
pick. Uh-oh. Mid lane Broadway. Wow.
Looks like another fight might be starting in right lane with Hayes. Excuse me, not with Hayes. With Graves and Mo and Krill. Are they going to start another fight here? Looks like McGinnis might be looking to harass Graves here.
They're diving her. Big damage from McGinnis. Mo peeling off her Graves. Keep her safe. Keep her alive.
And it looks like another fight might be starting in left as well. It looks like Paige and Venator were scrapping a little bit with Lash and Lady Geist. Very high octane game here so far in both the left and right lanes. Especially coming from mid too. It looks like they might be pushing up as well. Lots of early game fighting, surprisingly.
Calico and Yamato scrapping, just dueling, but I don't know what. Kind of just leads to nothing. I think Geist just wants to get this pick. Bully out Venator. Keep Paige and Venator out of this lane. Team Hidden King know their win condition. They want to keep this Venator. Team Arc Mother know what is going to keep the Hidden King in this game, and they get the pick on the Graves. Moon Krill is getting low. Is he gonna fall? And he goes down.
Second kill.
Uh-oh. All that peel, and it looks like the Hidden King are gonna find their lead. Calico just steal the casting buff, return to Broadway. Are we gonna make something out of it? That's the real question. Calico with casting buff is nothing to scoff at. That's a lot of damage.
A very scary character, especially if you can get some early spirit power in the early game. Looks like they might be ramping up for a fight here. Although Calico might not want any of that gas, it seems. Rotating out.
Get these little boxes in Subway. Lady Geist harassing people over in York. Keep Venator. Oh!
And Sinclair gets the snipe. Impressive.
Calico re-engaging with the buff, but the Polly comes out. Huge disarm. Doesn't let her get any damage.
Unfortunately, Sinclair had to reload as well.
That's brutal.
Very brutal.
You don't love that. Greenwich. Looks like we got some action going in Greenwich.
Yamato unfortunately getting picked off by the doorman. And we're seeing blood get spilled before the 10-minute mark. Very aggressive game so far. Graves is not having a good time.
Does Moan Krill fall?
And the
coming out on a Moan Krill.
Ooh, can he get the pick here? No,
he's falling. He's falling super low.
He's
1 HP. Can they snipe him? This is what we're scared of. Does he get sniped? Got a little bit of healing coming through. We get the pickup on the... Get out of there. Nice and safe. No!
Brutal.
He gets the snipe! Oh, Pocket. Out of the pocket. Locked and loaded. Ready to game. Team Hidden King here sees this team comp. No, we're not having any of your...
Are we about to see
innovation.
a 7-minute tower?
Are we going to see the 7-minute tower? Greenwich looking rough for the Arc Mother here.
Absolutely. You know, this was already going to be a
And
rough match
Pocket's
for Graves moving
down!
forward. And Pocket dies.
Graves is still low. Important to note, I still think, regardless of the revenge, it's not looking great. We're getting a little bit of scrappiness
And we
in
see
Broadway.
the doorman hold on Sinclair. Can he get out, or will he fail to check out? And he fails to check out, and
Brutal.
that's a kill.
That's not what you want to see. Pocket in Broadway. Calico goes down as well. Yamato
Huge
super
bell.
super low.
Can they clean up? They get the Yamato. Impressive. Looks like another fight may be breaking out on left. It's hard to say from this POV, but it looks like they're about to lose their tower.
Tower goes
And
down,
they
but
lose
I
the
think
tower.
I think we're just gonna back down, get a little bit of farm. Nope, Lash once more. Show him what the Lash has. Lash is grabbing the centers. Unfortunate. Greenwich looking a little bit more calm in these past couple of minutes. Broadway still a lot of action going down in Broadway. We've got the grave down, or the graveyard. I don't know, the tombstone. I should remember what it's called. Greenwich Tower down in favor of the Arc Mother. That's a bit early.
Losing that tower means this early game just got a hell of a lot harder for Graves. She's already 1,000 souls down. Mo and Krill at 4.8k. This is going to be a very rough laning phase for them.
Sinclair rotating in, it looks like, to be with McGinnis. Lady Geist punishing Venator and Page. They've just not been able to play the game too much. And you're seeing it in the soul discrepancies. They haven't died, but they're just getting bullied out of lane. They're just not allowed to play.
Absolutely. And it looks like we might be gearing up for a fight in mid lane here. Can Sinclair get a snipe?
Nope. But we do have the copy available. And copy into Calico and Doorman is nothing to scoff at. Big damage coming through and good CC.
We could see an absolutely crazy ult here.
Graves falls
gets the kill on Graves again.
Broadway, we got a fight going down in Broadway in the mid lane.
Looks like Yamato is almost dead. Same with Sinclair.
Can we get the pick? Mo and Close also low, and Sinclair falls.
They get the pick on Sinclair. Looks like the Magician did not have any other tricks up his sleeve, folks.
No, he did not. He did not have any more tricks. We used the ult. Did not land that one snipe. And the Hidden King...
another tower falls at the 10-minute mark.
Yes, sir. The Hidden King... looks a little bit more even this game right now.
Absolutely. Both teams missing 2 towers right now. We're going to have to see who comes out on top.
McGinnis... Oh, Mo and Krill finds a pick on a pocket. That is precisely what Mo needed. Graves just wants to get out of this early game. That's all she wants.
Is that wall going to be enough to save McGinnis?
Calico comes out, lands the 2.
Might be no. They are hunting this McGinnis down. They will do anything necessary to kill this McGinnis. And they get the pick.
Lash has the urn. I think we're going to grab this urn and look for a fight. If we see the King of the Hill, or the Rift, sorry, happen in Greenwich, I think we might see just a bloodbath.
Absolutely. Already a 4k soul differential leaning toward the Arc Mother. Looks like it's about to get even bigger if they can secure this urn. Hard to say though, because it looks like the Hidden King's grouping up for a fight here. Can they steal the soul orbs? And
Deathslang coming out, triple grab!
3 people grabbed by the Lash.
McGinnis ult comes out as well as the Shadow Form coming out from Yamato. So much damage here onto the Arc Mother.
Can they get the pick on Lash?
Lash is so low. Pocket finds it. Calico is scrapping. Can she get out? Or can she find the pick? Calico falls. This is disastrous for the Arc Mother here. This is starting to go bad for the Arc Mother. Well, look to be
Arc Mother about to lose a walker, it seems. Yep. Losing that walker at 12 minutes does not bode well for Graves or Mo and Krill, unfortunately.
especially because we're going to be seeing this rift coming out anytime now. And that push, if the Arc Mother can't get that push, that is going to be bad. That you don't want to see that.
Absolutely. Paige trying to zone out Graves from getting their Walker here.
It was a good call, you know, try and push Walker for Walker, but I don't know, man. It just didn't seem to be enough. Calico and Yamato right on top of each other. Oh, a little bit of pause lock. This early game is not what you wanted to see for the Arc Mother here. You know, Graves just wants to look to get out of that early game as fast as she can and just start pushing in the mid game. That's where she's going to thrive. In these late game fights as well, she can completely deny whole lines of the fight. Completely brutal early.
Very intense early game from what we've seen so far. Unfortunately, it looks like all the weaknesses that we were talking about on Graves earlier are getting abused. Absolutely rough lane for Mo and Krill and Graves. Despite having Mo and Krill there to try and make up for Graves' weaknesses, it looks like she was just getting pushed in the entire time. And I don't think that will change anytime soon. What do you think, Derwin?
I'm not sure. I will say the rest of the Arc Mother are playing quite well here. You're starting to see Lash play for this macro game a little bit better. Calico's playing very well as well. She's getting her picks, which is very important, as well as the Doorman. Lady Geist is starting to scale, so I think it won't matter too much. The rift is happening over in Greenwich.
Looks like Arc Mother is willing to rotate into that immediately.
What do we have here for this fight? I don't think... We do have combo for Mo and Krill, which is good.
We do.
But we do have...
They do have to be on the lookout for a Page ult as well. It's true.
Page ult as well as Sinclair. This could be a disastrous
Sinclair
fight.
and Pocket ult. It could... Both teams have 4 ults.
And I think we're starting the fight off now. Lash dipping in and out, trying to get his damage. Ida Domini coming out from Venator. Does he get the snipe? Can he find it? Big damage on the Calico, but not in execute range. Calico goes for Yamato. Can she get the pick? This character can't die, and she's down for a lot of damage onto the Yamato as well, though. You're hearing the McGinnis ult going off, lots of damage. They want this.
Is that pick going to be enough for teams?
Big damage from Calico here onto the Page and the Sinclair.
Good dodge from the Rabbit on Calico's end.
Can they
clean up on McGinnis?
Down.
Oh, and we see the
gets
slam
two! He falls. Calico cleaning up the rest of the fight. And it's only Venator, but Graves, we've completely ignored her. She gets a big push here. She doesn't get as much souls as she wants, but she pulls a little bit of that focus out of York. You know, redirect some of this focus. Calico cleaning up. We claim that rift. That is precisely what the Arc Miller won. You know, sacrifice just your Graves for the entire rift and a lot of souls on your Calico. Calico, I think, going to be our main focus going into this mid game, looking for these picks over and over and over again. And let's not write it off. We're seeing here the little kitty cat in the sewers. This gives you like 2,000 souls per rotation.
Exactly. It's very strong, and it's something only a select few characters can even really get to. Calico being one of them. Now, I will say, despite Graves being pretty far behind in this game, the fact that you can have a character like Graves split pushing the entire time means that you have to constantly worry about her regardless of how many souls she has. If you keep an eye off of her for more than just a couple of minutes, you can see all of your objectives just disappear.
Pocket falls. He tried to get the urn. But the Calico wasn't having it. Just, mine. I'm going to steal that right back off of you. And you're seeing it. This cat flying through the map. I think McGinnis and Paige are going to contest it. But we do have the Grave ult come here to try and contest it. And I just don't think they can stop it. Team Arc Mother here turning the game in their favor. That was very scary for just a couple of minutes.
Exactly, and in the blink of an eye, we went from just a 2,000 or 3,000 soul lead to Arc Mother being 10k ahead of the competition.
Heroic Aura being picked up by Graves as well is so smart. You want to get that buff for the rest of your team. She's so immobile, so you know getting that move speed is very good for her.
Absolutely.
Can we find a
And the
pick?
hero Okora makes it so much easier to split push on Graves because it applies to the minions as well. We're going to see Graves spending a lot of time by herself moving forward, I believe. We're going to see her in a lot of different lanes just trying to push those towers and walkers in. So it's going to be no surprise that she picked it up.
Look at this Calico lead. 17k souls.
Absolutely. And on a character like Calico, that is a disgusting amount of souls to have for being in the lead. Anytime you see a character like Calico who can just get in, kill someone, get out, get a huge lead, we're going to see Calico absolutely turn the tides of these battles moving forward. Speaking of Calico, it looks
What
like
do we
she
hear
is
there?
on the prowl for another kill here. Looks like they might be chasing down another potentially maybe a kill on Pocket or Page here, depending on
We saw the
what.
Page. She's super low.
And she's
Bomb
going in on
two.
the Page. Can
Ult.
she gets a pick.
Page goes down. Does the Pocket go down? We're seeing the shadow form come out from Yamato there. Split push here from Sinclair. I think they're just going to get their Pocket out. Save what we can here. Great call from the Hidden King. Only losing your Page, from what we were seeing there, landed all the bombs and the 2, and then ulted, reset all of her cooldowns. The fact that the Pocket lived there is
surprising to say the least.
There's a
he
higher
got out
power.
with maybe 30 HP at most. I mean, it's a stroke of luck that he didn't die, to be honest with you.
There is a higher power with why that character came through. Look, 2,000 souls, boom, just like that, from just wandering out in the sewers.
Absolutely disgusting. However, we do see the tempo of the game slow down just a little bit here, with Pocket roaming around in the jungle. It looks like he might be just trying to catch some spare farm around.
I think this rift, now we're seeing the opposite.
Oh, it looks like they might be lurking on Pocket here. Pocket might be in danger. He's going to left lane. Do they follow him? Looks like the answer is no.
I'm surprised with the Arc Mother not trying to contest this rift right now. And it only being the Hidden King, because I think denying this would be much smarter for them.
Exactly.
Unless
it looks
they're
like
trying
Yamato
to
may have
walker?
had the right idea. Looks like they've got 5 in right. They're not even going to try and contest this. Let's see.
They still have the Guardian.
Get the walker.
They do have the Guardian, so we only have Sinclair and Venator in Greenwich. Venator, super low, eats every single bomb from the Calico, lands her dash, lands the ult,
See the death
but we don't see the reset. Yamato falls to the lash combo. Calico just missing a couple of bullets.
And they get the walker. Nice Page ult.
Sinclair falls. Can Page get out now? This is a real concern. Can Page get out of this?
It's very scary. Looks like they might get the kill on Page here.
Can Pocket get out now too as well? This is disastrous for the Hidden King. Complete 180. This team, originally super strong, and now the Arc Mother have pulled this completely out of nowhere. We simply don't
Absolute
need your
brutal
rift.
assassination by Doorman on McGinnis.
We don't need the rift. We just need your walk. That's rough. Are we going to see a mid boss here?
It's definitely possible, but I don't think they'll group up for it. Looks like they... If I had to take a guess, I think they go for the urn here. Just push in their lead even further.
What are we doing?
Although now might also be just a good time to go ahead and reset. Catch some farm. Let the urn hang out for now.
You're starting to see now as well that Graves is pretty much back in line with the rest of the team. She's only behind exactly her Calico, who has really put them on the map here. And, you know, that's exactly what she needs. And pushing in lanes is all they really care about, it looks like.
Absolutely. Pocket just picks up the urn. It looks like they are starting their rotate into right lane to drop off the urn. Will we see Arc Mother rotate in to contest this?
I think they have
to. Hard to say, but it looks like they got 3 moving towards it right now, but can they catch it in time? And we see another pause come out.
Quick little pause lock. I think if the Arc Mother don't contest this, we could see a real possibility that, you know, the Hidden King come back from this game and gain a little bit of that deficit back. I think what really needs to happen is we need to win one of these and a team fight. If we can get a team fight, we're pretty much dead even. If the Arc Mother really want to push their advantage, I think we need to see a mid-boss play. I think that would be really good because then if they win that fight, they can just push for free, you know?
Absolutely, I agree 100%. I think it's going to take some dire measures to get back into this game at this point. I mean, they already have, I believe it was a 10k soul difference already, which is brutal at this point in the game, especially. So, but we've seen worse deficits.
We have. That is true. Run the urn, and Arc Mother don't contest it.
Surprising.
That is a lot of souls for Pocket. That's a
Although,
character that
like
wants those souls.
We might potentially see a pick on Sinclair here in mid. It looks like another fight's brewing.
Lots of damage onto him, and we find the
Calico
pick onto
gets
Sinclair.
the pick on Sinclair.
Uh-oh. The Trophy Hunters. So many good stacks. I think later into this game as well, it's going to be rough to deal with, you know.
Looks
Bigger
like we might
ult
see a
means
little bit
better
of
team fight.
Looks like we might see a little bit of a contest here between Graves and McGinnis. They're going band for band. Who can out-push further? Graves taking a lot of damage from those McGinnis turrets. Looks like she might not be able to take this fight as she originally planned to. But Mo and Krill
Summoner v
rotates in.
Summoner. We got the turrets versus the undead. What wins? I think
Looks like we could see a big team fight. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Affliction
2-man
coming out
Affliction by
onto Mo
Pocket.
and the Graves. That's not good.
Not good at all.
finding
Can
the
they
grapple.
run down
big
the Mo
damage
and
on the Mo
Krill?
and Krill? Is he gonna fall? Lash flying in. Mo and Krill is
And the
living with
Lash is
Summoner.
lashing. They get the pick on Pocket.
What? How? The Lash.
And he
The
goes
grapple,
in for
big
another
damage onto
slam.
McGinnis. The Lash comes flying in. All right, Arc Mother, I see you. It would originally look like that Pocket was gonna definitely, and the slam completely turned the fight. That is, oh
Looks
my
like
God.
they're surrounding Yamato right now. Can we see Yamato get out of this? Will she get a pick? Will she be able to escape? Who knows? But it looks like another fight's brewing.
No, she's out.
Sinclair coming in from behind. Is he looking for a flank angle here? It looks like he's fighting Calico right now. Oh, looks like she gets out. Oh, and he teleports back in.
We're just going
good
for the
zoning
centers.
from Sinclair, though.
Back to a little bit of harm. I think soon we're gonna see, you know. Oh no, we just had the rift spawn. So, man, I think Arc Mother, if they get one more team fight like that, maybe one more pick, I think we're gonna see a couple more walkers fall. The Pocket
I think
engage
seeing
was
a couple
good.
more walkers fall is a little bit of an understatement. I think if they can solidify this lead, I think we'll single-handedly see Graves push in these objectives. Graves from ahead can be a very strong character, especially when it comes to pushing in those objectives. Looks like a
Oh,
fight
hi,
brewing up
Calico.
left lane. Hello. Calico ult comes out. She's fighting
Lands
Yamato
the
right now.
dash and the bombs as well as the ult. We're
Looks
now
like Mo
just
and
playing a
Krill's
little
coming in from
scrappy.
the side.
Disarming Hex finds the pick onto Yamato, but I think the rest of the Hidden King want to get a bit of revenge. Geist looks to be
Absolutely.
taking the
And
fight.
we see
McGinnis ult. Just backing off. Uh-oh. Is Pocket dead? And Pocket's
like Pocket
down!
gets absolutely obliterated by the Doorman and Graves. Very scary CC combination, and they get the pick on Page as well.
That's three picks in favor of the Arc Mother.
We see a Death Slam come out. Can he get it? Looks like he does not. Sinclair Death Slam.
Copy does get the lash. Or sorry, the Geist. I think she's out.
This could be a very scary situation for Sinclair.
The swap on a Sinclair. No.
Absolutely.
His health
Can
is
they
dropping
get the
so
pick on
fast, and
Sinclair? And he's down.
And McGinnis falls as well.
Brutal
Calico
fight from the
dropping so
Arc
low.
Mother.
I think the Hidden King are stuck.
Absolutely awful
bad.
timing too with the Rift coming out as well. I don't think they'll be able to contest the Rift.
Moen, Krill, and Graves now also playing for mid boss. This is bad.
Absolutely. Absolutely insane timing on all these objectives. You know, they just took mid boss, Unstable Rift just spawned, Urn just spawned, all while the Hidden King is dead. This could spell disaster for the Hidden King.
They do solo cap the Rift, which is great. Lash is forced to respond to this, but I think getting the mid boss here is going to be way more important. Guys, Ammo and Krill hanging around this drop point. I think we're just going to look to steal a couple of these. No. It's going to safely get most of them.
Looks like the Hidden King gets the Rift. Ooh, a couple denials, but they still get the souls all in all. Anything matters at this point in the game, especially when you're this far of a deficit down. It can be pretty rough.
Mostly just farming. I'm struggling to figure out, you know, how did the Hidden King recover from here? Like, you've just lost mid boss. If you try and take a fight, you're just not gonna be able to beat, you know, 3 rejuice, especially into a character like Moen, Krill, and Doorman, who will deny most of your engages.
Absolutely.
It's rough.
You know, despite the explosive potential that the Hidden King has in these team fights, it doesn't matter compared to a Lash ult or a Moen Krill ult or a huge swap from Lady Geist. You know, not surprising at all that we see yet another game where Lady Geist can absolutely just single-handedly almost control these team fights. Very strong character.
Calico
we see the Yamato all come out.
Calico lands her whole damage combo into Yamato, but you're starting to see the tankiness of this character come through.
Looks like Hidden King burns the first rejuve on Graves, and they get the Graves pick outright.
It's not what you want to see. However, they do get pressure on the walkers, so, you know, a death for the walker might be worth it. Especially in the case where you're this far ahead. I mean, I don't know. Might be worth.
Could be. I mean, all things considered, it looks like the Arc Mother didn't burn very many resources when it comes to that fight, so maybe they can be up in time for the next team fight here.
Are we just playing for our next objective? I'm not really sure. So it's interesting because Arc Mother have grouped up pretty well and in general had a lot of these fights go in their favor. Calico gets these picks early. Lash finds these good slams for big damage. But the Hidden King, we haven't seen much of the Venator. And most of these times when they take these fights, we're usually down a player. So I'm starting to wonder if it's less of a matter of, are the Arc Mother really playing these team fights better? Or, you know, are the Hidden King just not have enough bodies for these fights? Because it's not off the table.
I think purely from a macro standpoint, I think the Arc Mother in particular is playing very strongly. You know, we're seeing all these rotates, especially from Calico at all the right times. They are always able to get these picks before a big team fight starts. And I think a big thing in the Hidden King's favor, though, however, is they're very good at playing defensively, especially with the McGinnis and the Sinclair. They can play very reactively. However, unfortunately, the Arc Mother, with getting all of these picks before these fights ever start, it means they're perpetually down a player, which makes it very rough for the Hidden King, especially with the fact that they have to play back. It means they're not nearly as good at starting these fights compared to the Arc Mother's team.
I think Pocket might have just gotten caught out. Yep, and he
absolutely.
goes down. Oh, no. It happens again. We're expecting this rift to come up soon as well. This is starting to look bad.
Absolutely. I mean, Arc Mother just really holding Hidden King at the tower line. Not too much to do right now other than start a fight.
Lash evaporates Paige's health bar. We're seeing the shadow
Paige
transformation. Can Calico get out with this? Absolute robbery of a pick. And she goes down!
Oh, but the counter ult by Doorman. This could be very dangerous for Yamato.
Uh-oh. And the counter spell!
Huge counter spell. Is it enough? It will not be enough. Unfortunately, that's the strongest part about all these doorman ults. It doesn't matter how much damage it does. If you can just dogpile on one person while they're waiting to get out, it's over no matter how much damage that doorman ult does.
I think we're starting to see the beginning of the end here for the Hidden King running
Absolutely.
out of things to get them back in the game, you know. Arc Mother are just at this point looking to close it out. We don't really got a whole lot.
Absolutely. I mean, even with a 25k soul differential, it's going to be hard to do much of anything at this point. I really think the Arc Mother at this point is just going to be focused on those objectives. They're just going to be pushing stuff in and denying as much farm as they can. I don't think there's any clear out for the Hidden King right now anyway. But again, we could see a crazy team fight come out where we see a huge Sinclair ult. Anything could happen, but it's looking grim right now.
I will say
Game slowed down a little bit so far.
The game slowed down quite a lot, but I'm gonna just talk about it because we called it exactly. The second this Grave gets out of that early game, which she struggles so much in, it's just free. She can sacrifice so much objective pressure for so much map pressure. Like, you can just turn down a body being in a team fight for going, right, now you're forced to respond to me pushing your walker, which is exactly what happened in that first fight there, where Lash got all of those picks early as well with Calico. You know, being forced to respond to the Graves at all is rough.
Very interesting. It looks like the Hidden King might be trying to dogpile on Geist here. Heavy rotation into right lane.
I think we're just looking for a
wave though.
Push out your waves, and also mid
looks like Yamato and Calico might be getting ready for a fight too. Now she goes into the sewer.
I think we're all in this game looking for exactly that sound there. That's the mid boss. That is back. That sound is the deciding factor of, do the Arc Mother look to push to end the game, or does the Hidden King clutch this and we see a possible turnaround?
Absolutely.
And I think we might get an answer soon. Sinclair gets a lot of damage on to Geist.
Arc Mother playing this team fight very segmented. They've only got, well, was 3 people. Now they only have 2. How are things going to shape up within this next team fight? I have to wonder.
Who's falling? It's been so much posturing. I'm feeling anxious. I feel like I'm on the edge of my seat.
At any point.
Anything can happen
in the
at any
air,
point.
and he goes down on the McGinnis.
Big damage on McGinnis.
Back out though. Page ult.
Good counterspell. Calico getting this, trying to get.
And we see the Iradomini come out of Venator as well into a Lash ult. Sinclair still has his ult right now. Let's see what he's gonna do with that bad boy.
The pick on the McGinnis early is brutal. The Lash counterspell on that cavalry charge that was clean. That was
unfortunately
so well
the 2 clean picks mean Arc Mother can kind of just take this reju for free. We could see a contest by Sinclair, but it's hard to say. Looks like they might be coming in though.
Sinclair is in. Big polymorph. Can he steal one? He steals one. Doorman ult comes through as well.
Looks like they get the other. They will probably dogpile this Sinclair after he comes back out.
And he gets,
a huge swap by Sinclair. Crazy play.
And Yamato, I think, is going to fall. Just has so much health to get through. All that tankiness and it's just simply not enough. It's not enough. I think we grab Rifts here, and I think we're looking to get this push going in. Venator has so much
clean up the
damage onto him, and
another one bites the dust.
I think this is us getting a possible 1, maybe even 2 shrines here. This is...
Looks like they could possibly get both shrines here.
2 shrines!
Absolutely insane. A bloodbath of a match that we've watched so far. Hidden King currently down 49,000 souls. I don't think they'll be able to pull this game back. It's looking very rough.
I don't think so either. I think Mo and Krill can just take this and that'll be it. Like,
There's
This
going to be
is
nothing that can stop them from taking this rift, and if that rift goes in, it's bad news.
both shrines are down, and at this point, it's just a matter of push in and the game. I don't want to call GG too early. Don't want to do that, but I don't know. I think it's been a slow bleed out.
Well, you know what they say, Derwin. It's not over until the fat lady sings. However, I just saw her take a drink, and she's warming up her vocal cords.
That is true. I will say the Sinclair has been pretty good about trying to find these openings anyway. It just looks like he doesn't have enough follow up. We get the Sinclair through or the Page cavalry charge, but there's no one there to really play off of it. It's all they really need for this team fight. Get a pocket all in there, as you saw with the one fight quite early on into this game where you land the pocket all, so much damage on a mowing curl, but it just needed a little bit more. Little scrap from
Looks like
Calico.
we see a skirmish between Calico and Pocket Breakout.
And
a lot of damage coming out of the Pocket.
And
looks like he might get blown up, though.
Throws out the Affliction, finds his way onto the Graves, surprisingly.
Might still be hunting him. He's not out of the. They're not out of the clear just yet. Although it looks like Pocket does successfully manage to at least get away from the fight. Chances are, they might be looking for something else here.
That does sound about right. I feel like the Arc Mother can close this out a little bit more easier than they think they can. Like, we're seeing them play very safe, but I don't think we really need to. It really needs to be done.
I agree. If I were playing with the Arc Mother right now, what I would absolutely do is get a 3 or 4 man stack in left lane and take that other walker down and just start pushing as hard as they can. I mean, really, with this soul differential, I don't think the Hidden King can even stop them if they just started deathballing, really. A lot of damage coming out onto the Doorman. Nearly gets picked off, but looks like he's okay for now.
Don't think he really cares. Also, let's just have a look at these builds here. I've just seen this. Doorman doesn't even have his health investment. That's actually kind of shocking.
Very strange indeed. Looks like he doesn't hit a gun investment either. He looks like he opted only for Mystic Shot. Very heavy spirit damage. Not a lot of green items on the Arc Mother in general, but not surprising. If you can just win these team fights outright, it may be the play, actually.
You're seeing this exactly here. All of this damage onto the McGinnis, and it turns out you don't need a health bar if you can just kill someone. McGinnis so low. Is she going to get out? Huge team fight on the top of the roof here. Can we see more of this action? Calico in here in the skirmish. Lands the dash. Shadow 4 coming out. We're hearing the death slam come out. The Page and the Venator falling, as well as the Graves. McGinnis ult, we're hearing it. It's so loud. So much damage available, but I don't think it's going to matter. The Pocket falls, as well as McGinnis. That is, I think we're about to see lights out. Push in these two Guardians, I believe, and yeah. First phase of the Hidden King falls. The Hidden King must die. Death here as well from the Doorman. I think we're just looking for this last fight. One Hail Mary for the road. Do we get it?
Looking to be a tough fight for the Hidden King here.
Counter over the Sinclair. He gets 3.
Does it matter? It might not matter.
It doesn't matter.
They might just be able to kill it anyway.
The Hidden King falls. GG.
What a game from the Arc Mother.
That turnaround needs study. Let me say, that needs to be absolutely studied, that turnaround. That Graze and the Mowing Crow were bullied over in Greenwich. And then, meanwhile, over in York, we were seeing almost the polar opposite. And then in Broadway, the Calico struggling to get that pick over and over and over again. But it just seems like it doesn't matter. Like we were saying earlier, get that Graves out of the early game. Get her out. Get her into the mid game where she can apply a little bit more of that map pressure. You know, get the Lash and the Calico in the mid game where they can truly find those picks. And I mean, Geist with all of the pick potential and that damage, as you're seeing here with the Soul Generation.
Absolutely. Lash absolutely dominating for the Arc Mother. 38,000 damage is nothing to scoff at, especially from a Lash. Huge ults all around.
Yes, sir. It's I truly believe that the Hidden King had so many opportunities for them to turn that around. They just weren't at the right place at the right time. The macro level play from the Arc Mother there was beautiful. Like that
Absolutely.
was
Constant pressure from the Calico. She was always lurking in the shadows. And if you're always scared about the Calico, you can't take any risks because she can be anywhere and everywhere. What a horrifying character to be ahead on.
the Friends Club. I'm glad I put my bet in them. That was an awesome team comp to see come out of them. GG.
What
However,
a beautiful game from both sides.
I am not going to end the stream without thanking our wonderful production crew here at USS who do so much work. We had Friday as our producer. We had myself, Derwin, as one of your casters, and the wonderful Nahamadak, also known as James, as your other caster. And then there's Luau. Luau was there. Nah, I'm kidding. We love Luau. Luau as the observer for Deadlock. An excellent job. Great shot of some really crucial picks there. So we truly cannot do this show without our production crew. So shout out to them. Do you have... oh, and also we need to shout out or talk about Overwatch on Sunday. So please stick around because we always have more coming out from USS. You have Overwatch on Sunday. You have Deadlock every Friday, and then we have some Rocket League streams on the Mondays. Please stay tuned. James, do you have any last words?
I think this has been a fantastic day so far. A lot of great picks. Very interesting team comps from both the matches that we saw this time around. Very great stuff. Thank you for all of the teams who showed up today and played. Excellent matches. It was an absolute blast to come commentate. Thank you so much for everyone involved.
I think that is all from us tonight. I hope everyone has a great night. GG's. We will see you
GGs.
later.